Hey, this is Dustin Byerly from Our Invisible Guests. This is episode 4. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this, what this is all about. I've spent a life watching a lot of suffering, whether it was family members or just in society. And I've always had this passion for trying to understand why the world is the way it is. Why do we suffer? What's really going on here? It can feel lonely when you feel like you can see something that other people can't see, or understand something that maybe most people don't understand. And as egotistical as that sounds, that's how I felt being exposed to channeled material at an early age. My parents had a family friend who has spirits that speak through him. They're good spirits. They have a positive message. They have helpful things. You have to ask. They don't tell you to do anything. And as well as that sounds, and as much as I've questioned it as I've gotten older, the more I go back in time and look at what's happened and what I've experienced, it's very hard for me to deny the reality of it. I remember the first time something clicked in my brain about it. I was about 7 years old, and our father would pick turns having one of the sons drive with him for his errands for the day. He drove around, had different business meetings, had different experiences talking to different people, and at the end of the day, we went and saw our family friend who channels. He went into a deep sleep, and another voice comes through. The first voice that always comes through, his name is John. And again, I didn't think much of it as a child, but I remember him speaking to my father, and my father had questions about the business dealings of the day. And he was talking about it like he was there with us, but he wasn't. There's no way he would have known any of the information of that day, information that I would only know being there with my father. And something clicked in my brain, some little aha happened, where I thought to myself, well, how would he know that? I just remember that being the first time I took notice of the phenomena. And it wasn't until I was 16, in the videos we saw before, where I found those tapes, that it really caught my attention. My consciousness, my brain was large enough or developed enough to really understand what was going on. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear the clarity, the purity of intention, the intent to be helpful, to really provide something of use to humanity. So over the years, I took notice of certain things he had shared, primarily that we are love as an essence, not a concept, not an emotion, but that's our very essence of what we are as people. And that whatever this consciousness of love that we are somehow came to be in these physical bodies. He explained there really wasn't such thing as different destructive emotions. There was just love and voids of love, that we can hold back love from each other. And that's the pain we feel, the frustration of that love not moving. He talked about how God already gives abundance to man, and that it's only man's selfishness that keeps us from having that abundance shared with each other. So as much as the message of love has been said time and time again, it's important to understand it from a very practical point of view. It's not just get high and feel all right. It's very much like it says in the Bible about treating the neighbor as thyself. It takes inner work. It takes a choice to not be selfish. And that's the primary thing that stuck with me this whole time. A message of human kindness and equality by treating people equally, by actually caring because we need it ourselves. Through charity, through dismantling this selfish system where some people have a lot more than others. It's a transformation of consciousness that happens when each of us individually choose to make those changes. It proliferates into our work, into our friendships, into our families. And when I see it from this practical point of view, the channeling doesn't even matter anymore. It's the message that counts. It's not about, is this real or is this not real? It's about making the world a truly better place. It's a message that's so simple and so clear that I want to share this message. I want to share it through this film. I want to talk about all the unnecessary suffering that I've seen, and to provide some sort of inspiration, I want to put a voice to this.
He goes into a deep sleep within a minute, and other voices, what's called guides and teachers, take turns to come in and speak. That's a lot to take in just right there. But let's just go at that's the plan, that there's these entities that are disincarnate. They don't have a body, but they have their consciousness and their experience of not only the most previous lifetime, but of numerous lifetimes. And they come through Kevin and use his mouth and speak. That's a lot to take in too, but that's pretty much what seems to be happening. But then when the questioning got to maybe more practical things, oh, how am I going to find my love life? Or I haven't, I don't have the job I really want. What should I do in my life? He would bow out, and in would come other entities like Tom McPherson.
Without you. McPherson here. It'd be Tom McPherson. And how are you doing there?
It was maybe one of the most profound ones, but there was another one, Obadiah. He was from Haiti.
To be the Obadiah? The Obadiah come and talk to the little people.
And of course there was Antun Ray, the Egyptian.
And being Antun Ray, I am what you call an old priest from ancient Egypt.
The content of the communication was what was really important, not maybe trying to explain what the heck's happening or who this person really is or was. I didn't really want to go down that road of proving any of that. I wanted to let the messaging they were giving speak for itself.
Could you tell us what your message to the people of the world would be, your purpose for coming, incarnating, and times and incarnating? What is the purpose of the message that you're trying to get across?
We take and find that the purpose of any who seek to speak from the Spirit would be the content that there should be within self, the application of the Spirit. For the Spirit is that which gives a substance, or that which gives a purpose, or gives a that which is given as love. Love is the content of that which is primary of importance amongst those upon the planet at this time. Love is often mocked, as though its simplistic accord may not meet the needs of man. But God has already given in abundance unto man. It is but man, in his lack of love for one and the other, that shares not the abundance that already is.